Well, today's episode is going to be a bit short with just two reviews. One from day 4 of New Japan Pro Wrestling's Road to Tokyo Dome, and one from a past event by Yoshi Promotions Sendai Girls, big show in Sendai that took place late November, this past November to be exact, and also some news updates that you all need to know. But the reason I kept this whole thing short was because it's my birthday. That's right, folks. It's my birthday. So today is December 24th, and my birthday's on Christmas Eve. So you can say happy birthday, greet me all you want, and that'll be nice. But right now, I think it's better off right now to review what took place in New Japan Pro Wrestling and Sendai Girls. So let's get started with another episode of the Leader Wrestle Zone.
Are you ready? Get up, get up! 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 Get up, get up!
Welcome everybody to the Lead Wrestle Zone. All things that it's pro wrestling with AEW, NXT, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Impact Wrestling, the National Wrestling Alliance, various promotions, wrestlers, matches, and championships. I am your host, J Rod here. So, let's begin with day 4 of New Japan Pro Wrestling's Road to Tokyo Dome. So, as you know, we get closer and closer to Wrestle Kingdom 16. I'm so excited for that. But for now, this is what took place. Our first match, it's a three-way match with the representatives of the tag teams involving in a three-way for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles. We have Ryusuke Taguchi, one half of the Mega Coaches, El Fantasmo, one half of the Bullet Club's cutest tag team, and finally Tiger Mask, who is one half of the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Champions with Robbie Eagles. I thought this match was kind of like a preview to what we expect. Um, if you may notice on this one, this match ended in a very, very surprising move by Phantasmo. He was able to pin both Tiger Mask and Taguchi to win the match, but however, they decided to beat the competition knowing that they will have to face these two guys later on in Wrestle Kingdom. But luckily, Robbie Eagles show up to give a helping hand. But this feud between all three of these teams is far, far from over. Next match, we got the United Empire. Khan, Hanare, and Cobb taking on Nagata, Kojima, and Tenzan. Now, you would expect a whole lot in this one, but I was impressed how Yuji Nagata was almost could have had Jeff Cobb completely tap out, but Jeff Cobb's powerness continues to impress many of those. But it was him who was able to put Nagata in the Tour of the Islands to allow him to win the match. Next up, we got GBH, Hamna, and Makabe teaming with the Ace Tanahashi to take on Bullet Club's Chase Owens, Balak Fale, and Kenta. Now, keep in mind, Kenta will do everything in his power to hurt Hiroshi Tanahashi, to soften him up, to ensure it gives him the opportunity to ensure he retains the title. Kenta had no intentions of defending the title to anybody whatsoever. But basically this, he's gonna have to. But Balak Fale was the one who picked up the victory when he took out, who was it? When he took out Kojima, allowing the Bullet Club to win. But however, Kenta decided to continue with the onslaught onto Tanahashi, like I said, just to soften him up before we get to WrestleMania. Wrestle Kingdom. My bad. Our next match is a very unique. It's for the KOPW trophy, which is not a new thing, but the stipulation type. It's a end of year party rules. Basically, at certain points, they have to drink a cup of a shot of whiskey. Now, those who do know, Yano was a drink is a drinker. He used to have a drinking buddy, which is Iska from one time member of Suzuki Gun, and now it appears this is a very unique match set up by Kanemaru. And I was thinking one of these guys is gonna pass out, but no, it didn't work. But however, Kanemaru tried to cheat his way through by using his bottled whiskey that he always has with him, but this time it had no work for him because he accidentally spit on the referee when Yano low blowed him, or as Kevin Kelly would say, "Oh, my monitor went out." But luckily he took him out. He made him drink his own whiskey that he had in order to win. So he pinned Kanemaru to retain a KOPW trophy. However, he brought his own brand of whiskey into the ring and take a nice sip to celebrate his victory. Our next match, we got the House of Torture. Dick Togo, Sho, Yujiro, Evil, taking on all four members of Chaos, Yoshihashi, Goto, and Ishii. This was a very impressive match because it showed how much these two teams really, really hate each other. But not to mention, Ishii is now being targeted by Evil, who wants a shot of the never openweight title. But however, it was later revealed that Yoshihashi, Goto, and Sho will be challenging for the never openweight six-man tag team championships that currently Sho, Yujiro, and Evil have in their possession. So this is going to be one of those historic matches. But however, it was um, it was Goto who picked up the victory. But however, there was another beatdown. But basically, this is going to be a long feud as it comes. But I can guess that Evil and Yujiro are not happy that they lost the tournament, the World Tag League, to them. Next up, we got LIJs consistent of Sonata, Tetsuya Naito, and Hiromu taking on all three members of Suzuki Gun, Zack Sabre Jr., Taichi, and El Desperado. Now keep in mind, Desperado and Hiromu will be facing each other at Wrestle Kingdom for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title. Uh, I thought this match was pretty good, but however, it was Zack Sabre Jr. that picked up the pin on Sonata. Now, those two guys have always been at it. I would like to see another match between those two, but Zack Sabre Jr. proved how good he is, and he picked up a good victory. Now, our main event, we have Chaos members Robbie Eagles, Kaguchika Okada versus LIJ's Bushi and Shingo. Now, you know Okada and Shingo are currently would want to get their hands on Will Ospreay for all that. But luckily for this whole thing, it was Kaguchika Okada that picked up the victory on Bushi when he took him out. But however, post match, a video package came from none other than the Commonwealth Kingpin himself, the self proclaimed real IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, Will Ospreay. He's now in Japan, so apparently he's now making his presence known. But how would this would change anything? Will Ospreay will be paying attention who will walk out as the champion this coming on the 4th of January, but who will be his opponent? Well, that's yet to be seen. But on a side note, you probably ask, how come we didn't see Suzuki Gun? Well, right now, well, Minoru Suzuki. Well, Suzuki is right now preparing for another match with DDT Pro Wrestling where he teams up with Chris Brooks and Maki Ito, the Ito Respect Army, to take on Eruption. So that's going to be a good match. But if you guys want to do that, you should sign up for DDT Universe or whatever. But that's going to be good. So right now, I think we're going to end it with a review from Sendai Girls, and I think we're about to do that right now. Alrighty, so the last day I'm going to review for all of you, this is a past event by Sendai Girls. This took place on the 28th of November. This is the big show in Sendai. Opening match was for the Sendai Girls Junior Championship between challenger Kanan and uh, um, Yurika Oka, who's the champion. Much of the fee for the first part of this match, I did not see it, but I can tell it was like it was alright, but I was unable to see the full thing, how it starts. But from the way I see it, Oka was the one who is more dominant, regardless of Kanan, who is like that eager young girl who wants to prove herself. But it was Oka who finished her off the turnbuckle when she did like some sort of like a splash, similar to what Starlight Kid did. But that's what how it ended, and she retained her title. Our next match is a 2-on-1 handicap match. We have Aiger and Sakurai Iroda taking on you. That is YUU. Eager is the one person nobody wants to be around because she's a freaking demon. You keep clear, but whatever reason, she decided to shake hands with you. I don't know why. But however, the winner of the match actually gets a boatload of cash. Don't ask me why, but I thought it was good. Especially you is a big individual. You know, she knows how to take care of herself. But it was when she pinned Iger the match, allowing herself to win it. And I thought it was okay, you know, but there's a bit of comedy, you know, nothing wrong with that. But yeah. Next up we have 6-person tag match. We have Ami Miura, Ayame Sazamura, and Nanami taking on Asuka, Saki Akai, and of course the Destroyer, Hiroyo Matsumoto. I thought this match was insane. I have to say I'm a fan of Asuka, Saki, and Hiroyo. They're one of those interesting women wrestlers, Yoshi wrestlers I definitely enjoy. But it was Asuka who made the final blow when she pinned um, Ayame in this one, and it was a pretty good one. I have to say, um, she's Asuka's one of those impressive wrestlers we definitely got to pay attention to all the time. Next up, we got Andras Miyagi taking on Mika Iwata. I thought it was a very insane match. Miyagi, who I've seen, who heard interesting stories, she has a different personality in this show. But when she's at another promotion, such as Glee, it's she's a different person. But in this one, it was Maki who put up in a sort of like a similar Michinoku driver to win the match, and I thought it was pretty good. It was great. Next match is a hardcore match. We have this is a rivalry that goes back and forth between Ibiki and Dash Chizako. These two have been going at each other for a long time, try to prove who is the better hardcore wrestler. I mean, they went all over the place, but however, it was Dash once again who picked up a victory when she put her out after using chairs. But it was great. Next up, our main event was the Sendai Girls World Championship between challenger um, Takumi Iroha, who is from Marvelous, taking on Chihiro Hashimoto. I thought this match was great. There was a lot of technical wrestling from both women. I thought it was like very impressive, but much like any other match, it ended in a time limit draw. Now you can say it sucks, but it ends like that, yeah. But who knows? I mean, Takumi is one of those impressive wrestlers. I read a lot of things about her, but I will talk about her in one day in my podcast, see what we can pick up what we do know about her. But right now, I believe it's time to do something that I feel it's right. It's time for news updates. Okay, so here are the news updates. This one is coming from Stardom. For a couple months recently, there have been attacks coming from these three masked assailants. First time it took place at the Kawasaki Super Wars, right after the match between the Cosmic Angel members fighting each other in the match between Masukurai and Wakatsukiyama. Now, after the match, this masked assailant showed up and attacked them both, with no apparent reason why. And then once again later, at the Tokyo Super Wars, it happened again, but this one was part of the pre-show for the Future of Stardom title between Ruka and the other two members of Cosmic Angels, Mai and Waka. And once again, after the match, this assailant also attacked them. And of course, luckily, Kid showed up to save the day, but nobody knows why. And then this recently, during the Osaka Super Wars, not one, but two masked assailants from the same type attacked Lady C, Waka, and Mai once again. So basically, nobody knows why. It was still unclear, but Lady C was disappointed because she was going to announce which faction she was going to join. And now, during their latest event that took place on Christmas Day in Japan, it just three masked assailants showed up right after the match between Cosmic Angels and Stars, attacking them both. But Mayu and Tam gave a super kick right in the face to one of the masked assailants, and it turned out to be Julia. It was a shocking thing, and I did not expect Julia was behind it. It turned out Julia had other plans since her return from injury. It turns out she's now declaring war against the other factions, not just with Cosmic Angels, who she had dealings in the past, with Stars, Queen's Quest, and Oda Tai. But however, the bigger mystery is who are the two assailants underneath that mask? We don't know who they are. But I did mention not too long ago, as you heard, many women from other Yoshi promotions have decided to leave their respective promotions, and there were signs, indications that they could be heading to Stardom. So that could be the honest route. But Lady C recently just posted on Twitter that she couldn't believe it. So she was already making her decision to join DDM, but now because of what Julia did, it may consider her not to join. Basically, she felt disrespected about it, but I think fans probably say maybe Lady C's not strong enough to join. DDM is a much stronger faction, and it would make more sense on that. So we'll see what happens. But these two mass assailants, they will be revealed in 2022. Now, on a previous note, I did post it about that promotion Terminus that Jonathan Gresham and Baron Black has put out. Two more matches have been announced. One is Baron Black versus Bandito, and it's for the ROH World Championship. And then, of course, we have a terminal elimination match between JDX, Daniel Garcia, Invictus Cash, and Adam Priest. Now, I don't know what this means, the terminal elimination match, but I think it sounds good. But I can't wait to see this event taking place. Now, it's been, as you know, recently of Ring of Honor I mentioned, it appears that we have a power couple that are moving back to making their return to Impact. I'm talking about Mike Bennett and American Liz. If you guys remember, recently things were not going so well for them in WWE for a while, but now since they were released due to budget cuts, they went back to ROH where things were getting better for them. But now because ROH are terminating contracts from wrestlers, I always believed that maybe they would return to Impact. Looks like it seems like there's the signs it might happen. And finally, as you know, on New Year's Day, one of the GCW events is taking place. It was announced that the GCW World Tag Team titles will be defended. We have the champions, the Briscoes, Mark and Jay, and I cannot believe that this was going to happen. They're going to defend it against Alex Zane and Blake Christians. I was, how to say, cannot believe it. These two guys make classic matches together. But I'm so excited what these two can do. Hopefully they can communicate, but we'll just wait and see when that day happens. So I'm excited. So I think that's pretty much it. I'd say we call it a day, and let's do that right now. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I really did. I'm really sorry I had to keep it short, but like I said, it was my birthday. And right now we're getting ready to celebrate Christmas. By the time this video is uploaded, it will be Christmas. But however, there is a possibility I'll be releasing another video after that one because I will be doing something different. Um, I'm going to review Got to Move for the Choco Pro events and 205 Live, and also a, a past event that I haven't done by Dragon Gate. This one took place back in Cinco de Mayo, Dead or Alive, which is going to be interesting to review. I'm way behind on Dragon Gate, but I'm getting closer and closer to try to catch up with everything else. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next DWZ time. Same DWZ channel. I must bid all of you adieu. So goodbye. Mwah. And have a nice day. Bang.